Sword Knight, I must go to find the evil that is returning.
But sir, what if it's a trap?
It is undoubtedly a trap.
Wait, Meta Knight, what does this have to do with anything at all?
I don't know, just ask Peter Jackson.
So many Kirby's! Oh my goodness. Good day, everyone. Dr. Madworld here, and welcome back to more Let's Play Kirby's Dreamland. Fail. Welcome back to more Let's Play Kirby's Dreamland. In the last episode, we killed a blimp who was a woman, so I guess Kirby can never have a girlfriend ever again. In this episode, we're going to meet some of my least favorite enemies in Kirby history, and they are these things! So these are Scarfies. The first thing you might notice is as soon as you hit them, they explode. This isn't exactly something that's carried over to the later games, but it's mostly just in this one. However, the worst thing about the Scarfies is yet to come. One thing I want to quickly address is, as of this recording, I've recently watched the Brain Scratch commentary of this game, and many times Ted says this game is very boring. I have to disagree. I think it's really exciting, really, well, I mean, not challenging, but I'll go over this later in the game, but the game can be very challenging if you just choose to make it that way. Actually, this level is often considered the hardest level of all time, because of its boss. Oh, and here's the worst part of that, Scarfies. They're suicide bombers! Good God. Anyway, right now, we kind of just continue on this level. This level doesn't really have that much notable about it. I mean, it's not really until later Kirby games that, and even from a lot of Kirby games, most Kirby games, I find at least, don't really have the most memorable levels. I mean, they just sort of blend together. I mean, I can remember Green's 1 and stuff, but, I mean, it's just sort of, no Kirby level, if I asked you to think of a Kirby level, none of them are like Mario World 1-1, where you're like, oh, I remember that exactly. I mean, maybe in some of the spin-off games, the levels are more memorable, but for the most part, in the main series at least, I don't find it like that. Anywho. For some reason, I kept trying to suck up the Cutter Blade's cutter ability in this, because in the later games that would give you cutter, but in this game it doesn't. Okay, here's another thing I want to bring up about the Brain Scratch thing. It's where Ted says that this boss, Kracko Jr., is harder than Kracko because of that one attack where he shoots all his cannonballs at Kirby. If you find that attack at all challenging, then that's really sad, because if you just go onto the left side like I do, you will never get hit by that attack. It's ridiculous. And also, for some reason, sometimes Kracko Jr. will just go through Kirby. For some reason, it's not really explained. Oh yeah, like there. Like, what the heck? It's the exact same thing, but I died. Anyway, let's quickly cut back to where I died. And we're back. There goes the eyeball. And up we go on the Warp Star. Now, for some reason, this game once again brings back the Mint Leaf, which is sort of in a weird place here because there's just blocks here, and the problem is you can't look ahead because unlike Super Mario World, because of the because in that game you could use L and R to look ahead, but you can't in this game. If you know the right path, you can actually get an M tomato through there. Yeah, right there. And what's sort of funny about that is you don't even need the Mint Leaf to get there. It's kind of sad, actually. And that Scarfie is the most cheaply placed thing ever, because as soon as you touch a Scarfie, or breathe on it or whatever, it instantly explodes, and the explosion will hit Kirby. That's just cheap. Anyway, now we have the Spicy Curry, which I brought up earlier, which was in Brawl. Not much to talk about here. This section here is sort of annoying and kind of dumb, where it's just you have to hit a bunch of stuff and just run across. It's fail. So like I was saying earlier, this section is just sort of boring and not that much exciting to it. One thing I do want to bring up that's very different about this game compared to all the other Kirby games, main series at least, Kirby doesn't have a dash button. In all the later Kirby games, you could press right twice and it makes Kirby go faster. Because of this, even though this is a fast-paced game, it makes the game feel much slower than it actually is. Over here, we have the hardest boss in this game, Kracko. So the reason why Kracko is really hard is because of this one really devastating move he can use, and it's not that one. Unfortunately, in this gameplay, he didn't use it all that much. It's like I have the opposite LP curse, where the bosses instead of using all the easiest strategies on me instead of the actual hard ones. I'm pointing out when I do. Kracko is one of the most used characters in all of Kirby. I mean, he's appeared in so many games. I think he's appeared in this one, Adventure, I believe. I know he appeared in Epic Yarn. I think like one of the only ones he didn't appear in was Return to Dreamland, which is kind of ironic because it's a Return to Dreamland, but I think the only guy returning was Wispy Woods. Anywho. Now, as you might see, I'm hugging the left wall a lot, and there's the attack. That attack right there is his most deadly attack, because when Kirby has an enemy swallowed, it's actually pretty easy to be hit by that. Anyway, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all next time.
Well, I see no evidence of the nightmares returning. Well, shit.